Okay, so the next one, very quickly, we're just going to talk about how you would enter text and how you would enter different symbols and that type of thing. So, we had a look earlier on at how we would enter text. I'm just going to get rid of that text for a second. So, if we want to enter text, the most important thing is this insertion point. So you can see that flashing line there, or the pulsing symbol. That's your insertion point. And whether you're going to enter an A, B, C, or a 1, 2, 3, it's going to go in wherever that line is flashing. So if we have text in, so I'm just going to type my own name in there now. You can see it puts it in. If I was to click in the middle of it, you can see that line. I'm going to zoom in just so you can see it. You can see that pulsing line is flashing in the middle of my name. So if I was to type in numbers, them numbers go in exactly where that line is. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to understand about word processing. The next thing is the keyboard can only be so big. So your keyboard, they've already doubled up on letters. So you can see the 1 will be an exclamation mark. The 2 will be either an @ sign or a quotation mark, now depending on the region or country that you're in. And we access them buttons by using the shift and the button. So shift and 1 will do shift and an exclamation mark, and so on. So you can see that the way it works. Now from time to time we might want to enter different symbols. So if we go to the insert tab up at the very top, and then over the symbol on the right hand side, you can see once we click on symbol, it's going to give us a number, about 20 of the different more common icons or symbols that we can use. So one is maybe a copyright sign. So you can see we can put the copyright sign in there. So there is no keyboard key for that. There is a shortcut you can do. If you open a bracket, put a C and close a bracket, it puts in the copyright sign for you. So these are a couple of wee shortcuts for you, but very rarely will people need a copyright sign. So that's putting in symbols, and you can see there's different things there like euro signs, pound signs, trademark, greater than or equal to. There's a load of symbols, and again there's more symbols down at the bottom, and if we click it you can see all the different symbols that we have. So there's loads of them there for you to choose from. The next thing we want to have a quick look at is the different page view modes. Now the page view modes will differ from version to version, but you can see to the left hand side of your magnification bar down at the very bottom right hand corner, there's different options. So we have reading view, we have print, and then we have web. In 2010 you'll have draft view layout down here as well, and you can click through them. So reading view shows it like a book. Print view shows it the way it's going to appear on the screen, and then web would show you the way it's going to appear if you were to put it on the web. So there's different options. You can also access them from the view option. So you can see we have reading view, print view, web layout, outline and draft. So they're all the different options. So it's just important to be able to know how to switch between the different views. 90% or 99% of the time we're going to be using what's called print layout. So it's just what it's going to look like when it's printed out on paper. So in the next section we're going to have a look at selecting text and editing text. So if I put in a bit of text here, I'm just going to use the equals rand that we've been using. So we have it in here. So the first thing we want to look at is selecting a single character. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see it. And the way we select a single character is clicking to the left hand side, dragging across and releasing when we're on it, and it just selects that single character. If we want to select an entire word, we click to the left hand side of the word, drag across it, and then release it, and it selects the entire word. If we want to select an entire paragraph, you guessed it, so we click at the start, drag across to the very end, and release it when we're at the very end, and it selects the paragraph. And to select entire bit of text, we can click at the start and drag right across. You don't have to. I find some people will tend to go, if they want to select, they'll go over and back and down. Just go from the starting point to the finishing point, and it'll allow you to select it that way. If you make an error when selecting, click off it down into a blank area, and that will deselect it and then start again. It's quicker, because if you try, so I'm going to make a deliberate error here. You can see there now I've made a deliberate error. If I was to try and click it again, do you see what it does? It moves it. Now I deliberately did it wrong there. I'm going to click my undo button to go back. So when you make a mistake, click off it and go back and start again. So that's selecting text by clicking and dragging. There's a couple of quick shortcuts you can do. To select a word, double click the word. To select a paragraph, triple click a paragraph, so 3 clicks, and it selects the entire paragraph. Or to select all the text, you can just Control and A, and it will select all the text for you. So you can see it selects it all for me. So they're just quick shortcuts. Okay. The next thing we want to do is we want to have a look at how we would edit text. So instead of having powerful, if we wanted to put, instead of powerful, put strong, we can select it and we can just type in the word strong. We could also click at the end of it and we could use our delete or our backspace key. So in this case it'd be the backspace, it's the one above the enter key, and we could delete the word out and we could put in the word strong there. So that's editing text. It's just very quick the way we do it.